Okay. We don't have no tag back there. They want something on you. And when they get something on you, that's how they start blackmailing you. You know, most of the time it's something sexual. That's how they roll. They want to get something with a picture or video, and you're going to do it. You're not going to voluntarily. You're not going to voluntarily just go to a party and do something perverted. You're not going to do that. They're going to drug your ass, man. Everybody that been to them parties can contest, like, I didn't even want to go to the party, but you wind up doing some crazy stuff, and that's what they want. They either want you with an animal, they want you holding a child a certain way, or they want you with a trans. They got to get something on you, man. And they masters at it. You be saying, it ain't going to be me. That's what they all say, right? It ain't going to be me. I tell them all the time, your arm's too short to box with Satan. He going to win every time. And Satan reads your mind. You be, I ain't doing it. Whatever they think I'm going to do, that's what you say. They know you ain't going to do it in your right mind. They're going to drug you. Let me explain this. From the moment you got into that, what they call it, limo. From the moment you got in that long stretch limo, they started drugging you. I don't care if they gave you icy. I don't care if they gave you water. I don't care what they gave. If they stopped and got appetizers. From the moment you got in that damn limo, you've been drugged. And it's not to OD, it's to make you real relaxed and just make you loose. If you're a person that understands exactly what I said, the last thing you want to do when they start inviting you places, don't eat nothing they offer, don't drink nothing they offer, don't let nobody hand you anything. Because from the moment you get in that car, they drugging you. Everybody that understand the words that are coming out of my mouth that's in the industry, that's what's signed from TikTok, that's been signed from YouTube, that's been signed from Instagram, they all have blackmail issues. They got pictures of them. They got video of them. And a lot of times it's not nothing like killing someone. It's always something sexual. It's something very perverted. And that's their leverage. That's how they roll. Okay? That's how they roll. You probably said, what's the point? Because they're going to ask you to do things. And if you don't do it, this, that, and the other. And this is what they tell you. I know you've been in this business 6-7 months and already you want out, don't you? Well, you're going to do what we say. Like what's his name? What's that boy? Lil Nas X. This boy been crying his eyes out trying to get out the industry. You know what they tell him every time he want to get out? They tell him, boy, gay that shit up. They know it's fake. Everything that boy doing is fake, guys. It's a stage. He's not gay. He's playing a part. So that's what I'm saying. He agreed to it, though. That's why I be trying to tell people. He agreed to do it. He thought it was a joke. Yeah, I'm going to do this shit for a couple of months, then I'm going to get out. They was like, no, you ain't. This is your contract. We told you you're going to gay this shit up. This is how you make your money. And now they blackmailing him. Because let's say he said, well, guys, it can't be no worse than gay. I mean, he already said he gay. He probably on camera saying some awful things about his mama. He probably saying some awful things about something he don't want to be revealed. And they probably got him in situations that's probably horrible on camera, that he's voluntarily information that he don't want to ever be exposed. And they probably got him in situations like if he's already admitted he's gay, they got him with some type of bestiality or with a child. They'll throw that in there. Like they get you intoxicated. Some people, they say, where they get the children from? It's the industry children, man. All their children's demonic. So they'll go get a kid around 7 years old and say, take his clothes off and let that boy play on his chest. I'm telling you. You be like, wait, no, yes, these are industry children. So they'll take their kids and strip them and put them on you, and you sitting there intoxicated on some ecstasy and some shrooms. You sitting there fantasizing all in the, looking in the air, seeing a damn big seagull, seeing Godzilla, and you tripping, and this little boy is on your chest, butt naked. They taping that shit, man, and taking pictures. So when you decide I ain't doing it no more, this is what you need to think about. So you be like, what's worse than I'm already said I was gay? They can't get nothing on me. You didn't never know this. You be like, what the hell is this? You see a little kid on your chest, butt naked, crying. And he'd be like, and you sitting there butt naked. He'll say, so what they gonna think about this? Think about what? That I don't remember that. No, because they got you intoxicated. Everybody in the industry, they control them through blackmail. And they don't remember half the shit they did to get there. Because I told you, from the time you get in the limo, they drugging you. There's anybody that's heard this and say, I just want to go to the party. Well, don't sign nothing. Because if you sign that contract, and you don't have to go to the party, but they're going to ruin you. They ain't going to do nothing to you. But basically what they're going to do, they're going to break you. They're going to clean out your bank account. They're going to make your life a living hell. You ain't got no tax evasion, but they're going to say you got tax evasion. They're going to send cops to your house. They own everybody, man. We're talking the Jewish, the so-called Ashkenaz. These are the people that's controlling the industry. And so when you don't buck and they figure you figured it out, like they want me to get in a limo so they can start drugging me, I'm not taking nothing. They're going to say, okay, you don't have to. Then you're going to go to your bank account and say, what the hell? Your bank account is drained. They're going to say overdraft fees and shit. They know you ain't got no light, because if you had light, you wouldn't even be in the limo. Trust it, right? So you got all this shit that they really making shit up. But the fact that you didn't buck, they wiped out your bank account. Your credit cards don't work. You can't get you getting blackballed from working. So you probably say, how can you had to change your name, and you're going to have to just take anything you can get at that point. So you definitely want to move out the city you was in, or the state. You want to change states, and you want to probably change your name, and you don't even want to try to even get a good job. You're just going to take a job like a janitorial job or dishwasher. And you're probably saying no, yes, unless your hustle game is on, because they're going to make sure that you cannot survive no more. And the only reason that, like I said, you're in this situation because you don't have any light, and you thought you can beat them at their own game. These people are masters. They're not just regular men. These are spiritual demons. That's why they know what you're thinking. How you think they know your next move? They be in the limo sitting there with you, and you sitting there in your head, I ain't going to do this. I'm doing this. Like, they're going to say, oh, really? You're going to say, huh? Oh, no, I'm just talking to myself. They read your mind, man. That's why it's so hard to get over on them. Like, if you go to the studio, you be thinking in your head, I'm going to do this and I'm going to jet. They're going to have a conversation with you. I notice it's kind of, you have this thing on your face. Like, you have this intuition that you're going to cut these demo tapes or whatever, and you're going to jet. That's not how it rolls. He goes, how the hell is this nigga know how I'm thinking? Y'all dealing with demonic spirits. And like I say, just because you don't believe it don't mean it don't exist. These are demonic people. A lot of them are not even human. That's why when you're having a conversation with these people, they read your mind. Once again, your arm's too short to box with Satan. So you guys think it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. I ain't doing this. They know what they hear you. They be like, oh, it ain't gonna be you. Okay. First of all, dudes are weak. Dudes are see, you ain't gonna get a woman with a guy. That's not how she ain't gonna be weak to that. There's two ways they do men. Like, there's two different ways they do a man and a woman. A guy, they're gonna get you because you attracted. You're lusting. So they're gonna bring a chick that you never could get. All the curves, the breast, the butt, everything that you long for. Because you got to remember, these are demonic people that read minds. So he know what you like. He gonna bring them. He gonna bring a compliment, and that's gonna make you weak. It's easy to get to men because they're too visual, right? With women, they're not visual. So a woman got to be told something, or she has to be materialistic. So they're going to show her how she can live. They can show how she can travel, the clothes she can wear. That's how they're going to get the woman, right? And so they know how you think, and so they're going to lure both of you some type of way. And then once you play the game and you get in there, they got you. And you can jump out if you want to. Just look at Lauryn Hill. She cried her way out. And that's a first. I agree with Donna Marshall. They usually don't care if you cry. Or just look at Fantasia. She tried to commit suicide. So they say. I don't believe that. I just think Fantasia was tired. Remember that? Go back about 10, 15 years. Fantasia wanted out so bad. She was in hospital because she was just burnt. And what they tell her? Gave that shit up. You ain't getting out of this. And they always remind you, this is what you signed. Now, we'll let you out, but this is what's going to happen. We're going to ruin your life. We're going to drain your bank account. And we're not going to stop there. We're going to drain your mama's account. We're going to take our house. We're going to take everything that you have. Now, after that, you can do what you want.